So everyone's heard of the mark of the beast, written of in Revelation chapter 13, where it goes between the frontlets of your eyes, on your forehead, and on your right hand. But did you know that the Bible talks about the mark of God, and only his children, the true believers, will have his mark? So starting here in Deuteronomy chapter 6, it says, "Now these are the commandments and statutes and the judgments which Jehovah your God commanded to teach you, that you might do them in the land whither you go to possess it, that thou mightest fear Jehovah thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and observe to do it, that it may be well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, as Jehovah God of thy fathers hath promised thee, in the land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and thou shalt love Jehovah thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently to thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and shall be as frontlets between thine eyes." And what that's talking about is that the commandments, you're going to meditate them, so it's going to be in your mind, between your frontlets of your eyes. You're going to think of the commandments. That's the 10 commandments in Deuteronomy chapter 5, verses 1 through 22. And then what it means that there'll be a sign upon your hand is that the right hand represents action, so you're going to be doing the commandments. Now this is an example of when you go too far to the right. You go to the letter of the law, and you literally have they have this black box with the commandments written in them, and they bind them with a leather strap around their forehead and around their right arm. Now this isn't what we're supposed to be doing. It's obviously a spiritual mark, not literal. So again, as another witness, here in Ezekiel chapter 20, it says, "I gave them my statutes and showed them my judgments, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. Moreover, I gave them my Sabbaths to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am Jehovah that sanctify them." Now this word sign right here, if you check in Strong's Concordance, it's H226, oath, and it means a signal as a flag, beacon, monument, omen, prodigy, evidence, mark, miracle, sign, token. So it is a mark between God and his people. So to have a better understanding of how to keep the Sabbath, I'm going to go over Isaiah 58 and then the book of Jubilees chapter 50. So starting here in verse 13, it says, "If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, so as not to do thy pleasure on the holy days, and shalt call the Sabbaths delightful, holy to God, if thou shalt not lift up thy foot to work, nor speak a word in anger out of thy mouth, then shalt thou trust on Jehovah, and he shall bring thee up to the good places of the land, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken this." And here in Jubilees chapter 50 it says, "And behold, the commandment regarding the Sabbaths, I have written them down for thee, and all the judgments of its laws. 6 days without labor, but on the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. In it ye shall do no manner of work. Ye and your sons, and your men servants, and your maidservants, and all your cattle, and the sojourner also who is with you, and the man that doeth any work on it shall die. Whosoever desecrateth that day, whoever lieth with his wife, or whoever saith that he will do something on it, that he will set out on a journey thereon in regard to any buying or selling, and whoever draweth water thereon which he had not prepared for himself on the 6th day, and whoever taketh up any burden to carry it out of his tent or out of his house shall die. Ye shall do no work whatever on the Sabbath day, save that ye have prepared for yourselves on the 6th day, so as to eat and drink and rest, and keep Sabbath from all work on that day, and to bless Jehovah your God, who has given you a day of festival." And so for those of you who are saying, well, that's Old Testament stuff. Well, here in Hebrews, in the New Testament, it says, "Let us therefore fear, lest a promise being left us of entering into his rest, any of you should seem to come short of it. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard. For we which have believed do enter into rest, as he did, as I have sworn in my wrath, if they shall enter into my rest, although the works were finished from the foundation of the world. For he spake in a certain place of the 7th day on this wise, and God did rest the 7th day from all his works. and in this place again, if they shall enter into my rest. Seeing therefore it remaineth that some must enter therein, and they to whom it was first preached entered not in because of unbelief. Again, he limited a certain day, saying in David, Today, after so long a time, as it is said, Today if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. For if Yeshua had given them rest, then would he not afterward have spoken of another day. There remaineth therefore a rest to the people of God. For he that has entered into his rest, he also hath ceased from his own works, as God did from his. Let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man shall fall after the same example of unbelief. And so those who don't believe will not be keeping the Sabbath. So now we know that we are to meditate on the Ten Commandments, be frontends between our eyes, and to do them, to bind them to our right hand. The fourth commandment specifically is remember the Sabbath day, which is this Saturday, the seventh day, and it's from dawn to dawn. It's not Sunday, it's not every day, it's not Jesus is not your Sabbath, and it's not Friday evening to Saturday evening. It's Saturday dawn to dawn. And if you're looking for like-minded people to fellowship with, come to straightastthegate.net, and there's a Zoom link on the website, and it's completely free. Just join in, and we read the Bible and study it and fellowship all day long every Saturday. So come by, and I hope to see you there.